I'm just trying to help you how to get rid of all this fear, all this scare, all this scary part, the bright light, the microphone, your own voice, your own language barrier, and all that. I mean, you know, public speaking itself, every time it's a new scenario, right? It's like you are a tourist and you're traveling, and every time you go to a new town or a new country, everything's kind of new to you. Even if you've been touring for a long time. So, and it's possible. Everything is kind of new there. Now, I'm going to tell you another scenario. If you are a tourist and you are not in a tourist city, okay, then you're going to get a lot of stare, a lot of look, like the place they don't see a lot of tourists. So you walk into a place, and people will just, stare at you because they don't know what to, talk about. They don't know what you're about to talk about. So public speaking, it's kind of a tourist visiting a non-tourist town and getting all the stare. A lot of case, when you know your audience, that's what they say, try to know your audience. If you're giving a technical speech, your audience are, educated about the technical area. If you're giving a stand-up comedy, you're expecting that they come in a lighter mode and try to share their, good time, and then they're willing to laugh because they paid for it. They're hoping to laugh. So once you know your audience, if you are a kid, if you're doing something in your school, then usually you're more forgiving because your audience are usually your parents, your siblings, and your friends, and friends' parents, and their siblings and teachers. So, you know, they're more cooperating, right? They're more helping. So you can always kind of picture this before you walk into this microphone. So again, you are a tourist in a non-tourist town, but in some cases, it's very cooperating. Like I said, if you're a kid, so have that confidence and have that trust in yourself before you walk out to the microphone and talk. Because even if something goes wrong for a school presentation or school performance, people will help you out. For adult case, may not. If you miss a punchline, now, most cases, the people from the audience not gonna help you out because they don't know what you're talking about. So that's everything is on you. If your light is too bright, just close your eyes. I mean, nobody's looking at your eyes from far away. Usually, they are sitting even the first row from the stage. Microphone is, I would say, like 50 feet probably. In some case, 100 feet. So they are worrying about where you're looking. In most cases, where if you're nervous and the light is bothering you, just close your eyes. Just imagine you are in a very serene place. Try to create your own comfort zone, because remember, at the beginning I talked about creating your own comfort zone. If you're an engineer, talking about medical science is not your comfort zone. If you're a doctor, talking about rocket propulsion might not be your comfort zone. So stay within your comfort zone. Do enough research so the new topic that you're going to be talking about will be within your comfort zone. Breathe, move around a little bit. If you freeze, just kind of push yourself to get your body movement or your blood flow or your breathing system going. You just have to come back to a normal zone of yourself, like physically and mentally, right? There's one time, and this was in Michigan, it's in the city of Troy. It was in Troy Comedy Center. I was giving a stand-up comedy uh, uh, public speaking. It was a stand-up comedy show that I was doing And between the story, I totally forgot about the transition. So I basically froze for a second. People that didn't realize that I extended my first story, and I didn't have anything to say. I was just totally lost. And how I'm going to the next one? What I did, I just dropped on the ground, started rolling. Some people may remember. I just started rolling, and then throwing my jacket, throwing my hat. I had this sunglass. Uh, Sometimes hard because of bright light. I threw it away. Just create a big mess on the floor. Just rolling on the floor and just saying something over and over, and people went crazy. People really bought it. They were cracking out. They were laughing. They really enjoyed it. They told me this was the best part, which wasn't even prepared. At the end of the show, that most people told me that was the best part. That I was kind of rolling on the floor for whatever reason. They didn't need to know the reason. They're just seeing a performer is performing vocally and physically. So sometimes you can improvise, and maybe those improv will go the top pick. Maybe that will make you famous. So prepare some backup. If this happens, what can you do? If that happens, everything fails. Like I said, be honest with yourself, be honest with your audience, and that's okay. That's not the end of the world. If you fail, and I know you won't fail, that's not the end of the world. Just want to introduce the new member of our family. This is Aslan. Aslan. This is Aslan. Okay, Aslan is also gonna be a public speaker, hopefully, in front of other cats. Right, Aslan? Okay. Our break is almost over, so Aslan,